Alright, so on today's homework video, we're starting on longsword with basic grip and basic striking. So one thing I want to take a second and talk about is if you've seen any of these videos, I don't ever want to come across as though I'm an expert. I like talking about this stuff because vocalizing it and teaching it helps me better understand it. So really all I'm doing is copying the training from the Knights Hall. I want to put a special plug in for them this week. We've started up Knights Hall Online, so it's a specifically online training school where you can come to Zoom classes twice a week and get skills training. You don't have to be a member of the hall locally. You don't have to come to class. You can be anywhere in the country or the world. And if you're interested at all, reach out to me or reach out to the Knights Hall. I'm glad to talk more about it, give you my feedback, and I'd love you to contact them and get involved, because if you're interested in armored combat at all, it's the best way I've found to learn when you can't get to a class, and I could plan to continue doing it even as I go to class because it's so much easier to do it out of my own home. So today's class is longsword. I've got my real longsword to my waist today just because I felt like kind of playing around with it and working on my grip. So we're working on basic grip. Again, I'm a lefty, but I'll do it righty for now. So basically you're taking that loose grip that you do with all your swords like this. So real loose there. You're taking your hand and putting it on the palm on the other side, and you're basically balancing it so that I can open this grip up and hold that sword, or close it, right? So as a righty, you do it this way. As a lefty, same thing. So I'm going to have that grip, loose grip, so it moves in my hand, and have that counterweight of my bottom hand on it this way. So I step back a little bit, you can see it like that. I'm going to point the sword at my opponent's face, basically pointing it at him. Now in our sport of armored combat, there is no thrusting as there would be in traditional like longsword fencing. Basically, we don't want to kill people or go through helmets, things like that. So everything is a slash or a cut. So it is a little bit of variation for safety, but you do want to point at your opponent so you can cut out. And as that cut goes, it is going to be tapping out and using the lever action of your sword to get that strike. So this is real basic today. Getting started on it, kind of always going back to fundamentals. So loose grip, point at my opponent, get my stance good. My stance is basically, I'll pull it down a little bit to make sure I'm doing it right. Like this is how I prefer to have my stance. So 12 and whatever that is, 12 and 2, I think. Leaning forward into it, sword out like that. That's going to be my basic stance. So today's homework is very simple. It's going to be 300 strikes. So sword in place, relaxed. You don't want to lock that arm. And you want to have it in here. You want it in tight with you. You want to have it out, point at your opponent, giving yourself that range and distance. Loose arm. And then you're going to throw a shot. Basically like this, snap it out, snap it out, snap it out, and back in guard. Snap it out, back in guard. Snap it out, back in guard. So, 300 strikes like that. Guard in place. And I'm trying to use that rotation as much as I can, so it's not just all my arms throwing the shot over again, because they will tire out because these swords get heavy. And that's the basic homework. So it's 300 strikes like that, basic strike. I'm going to do it actually both sides because I tend to end up fighting righty sometimes, depending on the circumstance. And it's always good to be able to do anything in any direction. With a strike like that, you can also get multiple taps in, so if you're doing a duels type event where it's point based, so just throwing that single shot, I can throw shot, 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 and hit it, shot, shot, shot. Get 3 points in there before the person maybe hits you once. Again, my name's Chuck Goodwin. I fight at the Knights Hall in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's part of the Armored Combat Sports League. So if you want to learn more, knightshall.com, message me. Feel free to find me on Facebook or YouTube. I'll keep posting these videos. I want to get more and more people involved in the sport, and I love training and talking about it.